Hello, how are you doing? Uh, we are doing the Endwalker's Healer Roll Quest. Ishgardian Delegate. Let's get to it. My lady, yo, I have awaited your coming. The phenomenon wherein men turn into monsters, it pains me to say that Ishgard has not been spared. A dread blasphemy has appeared in the Holy See, and to compound the people's horror, the beast resembles a dragon. 'Tis imperative that it be vanquished without delay, and to that end we have begun assembling a hunting party. Given that fear and despair may turn our allies against us, we are being stringent in whom we choose for this duty. Yet, while we have confidence in the quality of our knights, the mission would greatly benefit for the presence of a battle mage, one who can stand unflinchingly in the face of our fell quarry. We would be hard-pressed to find an individual who fits that description better than you. Will you not lend us your strength and skill? We are in your debt. Just a moment while I relay the glad tidings to command. "'Tis settled. Upon arriving in Ishgard, please take yourself to the Aetherite Plaza. Lord Atoriel will be there to receive you. May the Fury speed your way." Aw. Yo, I have been expecting you. Words cannot well express how heartening it is to have you fighting besides us. Allow me to echo that sentiment. Greetings, my friend. Lest you wonder, Lord Ortoriel and I are leading the effort to deal with the blasphemy. With your capable self in the fold, I have no doubt that we shall succeed. Without further ado, I shall brief you on the situation. 'Twas a handful of days after the first beast appeared in Ratzathan. An Elzen man was observed at the open in the pillars, walking with an unsteady gait. All of a sudden, he buckled over as if in pain, and before anyone knew what was happening, he had transformed into a terrible draconic beast. At the mere sight of this, many who chanced to be present also turned, and regrettably the temple knights were forced to put them down. The blasphemy itself, however, took wing and fled. Profane Fenrir, we have chosen to call it, after the dragon man of Ishgardian myth. Since that day, The beast has oft been sighted in the skies above Ishgard. It does not attack, only circles menacingly for a time ere disappearing again. Alas, these brief visitations are enough to cause more people to turn, and for fear and panic to spread further. As part of our investigation, we have sought to identify the man who became the blasphemy, but thus far we have learned not. We have, however, identified a common thread between those who subsequently turned. All were people of fervent faith, people such as priests and inquisitors. When the truth of our nation's history was laid bare, the legitimacy of the church was called into question. Many Ishgardians struggled to reconcile the revelations with their beliefs, and none more so than the PS. Such men and women, we posit, would be more susceptible to despair, and therefore the transformation. We must find a way to stop it. Ishgard has only just emerged from a 1,000-year war, and we cannot suffer another great tragedy, much less so soon. In order to attain a better understanding of the situation, we intend to speak with a member of the clergy, the sole individual who survived witnessing the blasphemy's birth without being turned. Clem is his name, and he is a deacon at St. Reynold's Cathedral. Come, let us seek him out there at once. Not so very long ago, few would have imagined Ishgardian knights marching beyond the bounds of their own dominion. But we have ventured to the heart of Garlemald and fought for no less than the fate of the world itself. Our nation has changed and continued to do so. This is the caster role quest, not the healer role quest. I stand corrected. Long day. My healer is not high enough level to do these yet. Here he is, Draken Clem. Let us see what he can tell us. Lord Emmerich, Lord Artoriel, and the Savior Ishgard besides, you do me great honor. I am Clem, and I serve as a deacon here at St. Remeld's Cathedral. I understand you were among those at the hop-in when the incident occurred. We give thanks to the Fury for your merciful preservation. We now seek to prevent the blasphemy from wreaking further havoc, and would appreciate any details you can provide. Loath though we are to make you recall unpleasant memories, will you not recount to us what you witnessed that day? Very well. We are presently relocating the Vault's libraries to the cathedral. In cases you were unaware, we had finished delivering a batch of tomes and were on our way to bring over another. As we approached the hoplen, we noticed a young man walking unsteadily. No sooner had he come to an abrupt halt than he transformed into a draconic beast. The fiend fixed us with a menacing glare, and it was all we could do to find our wits and flee. But to my compounding horror, my brethren who were with me began turning into monstrosities as well, one after another. Praise the fury that you, at least, were spared. Drake and Clem, I cannot imagine how frightened the experience must have been. Bishop Knox. Forgive me if I interrupted. I was informed that our stalwart protectors were present and wished to express my gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service. I pray that we shall soon be free of this scourge. Indeed, if there is aught we might do to aid your efforts, you need but say it. You are most kind, your grace. One second. Okay. That was Bishop Knox, at the head of St. Reynolds and a member of the Synod. With the seat of the Archbishop vacant, he is in effect the highest authority in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. This is so, yet in spite of his elevated station, he remains as kind and humble as a man as any I have ever known. Like His Grace, I would do all that I can to help shepherd our people through this uncertain time. To that end, there is a request I would like to make of you, if you can spare a moment to consider it. Of course, if it is within our power, we should be glad to offer you aid. Thank you. The deacon was no less terrified by the blasphemy than his peers, yet he alone did not turn. By what grace was he spared? What manner of request could this be? His tone bespeaks urgency. In the wake of transformations, a group of clergymen fled the city in fear. Yet though they sought refuge in the wilderness, they put themselves at the mercy of the elements and fell fiends both. Given that the cause of the transformation is not clear, I think theirs was a decidedly unwise decision. I wish to set out and find them, but I am not trained in the ways of war. As such, I require those who are to accompany me in the search. So that is the way of it. Suffice it to say, we will help. Do you know whether your fellows may have headed? the Western Highlands, I believe, between Gorgon Mills and Hemlock. There is no shortage of abandoned dwellings in the area. Very well. Time being of the essence, I suppose we split up and scour separate areas. Yo, if you could escort the good deacon to Gorgon Mills, Lord Ortoriel and I will tend to Hemlock. That you should choose to abide in such harsh conditions. You. I see you found them. Yes, and none the worse for wear, thank the Fury. My friends, forgive us if we have given cause for alarm. We come out of concern for your well-being. Though we understand why you quit the city, we fear you may have placed yourselves at greater risk by coming here. His Grace Bishop Artnos too worries for your health and prays for your swift return, so please will you not allow us to escort you to the Holy See? I assure you, you will be much safer there than in this wretched place. Servants of this Fury will never be safe in the city, don't you see? This is your fault. You and your accursed revolution. The people disdain us, mock us behind our backs, and spit at our faces. And now someone is conspiring to transform us into monstrosities, enemies of the church, I'll wager, embroiled by your deeds. So no, I will not go back to Ishgard. I'd sooner freeze to death than suffer your pity. Oh shit. What? All I have ever done was in service to her. I am a good man. She cannot forsake me. Alone, preserve. And we did nothing. Job well done. Yo, we cannot allow him to harm any others. Give chase and do what you must. We will remain here and keep the others calm. I see. What of the beast? All shall be well, my friends. Come join me in prayer. Is it done, yo? My thanks. What happens is most regrettable, but we must be grateful that no one else came to harm. While you were gone, the deacon was able to convince the others to return to the city. Let us escort them back at once and then reconvene at the congregation to consider our next course of action. For our purposes, we have the use of the strategy room. Announce yourself to the guard without, and he will show you in. Here we shall discuss our plans to deal with the blasphemy. Whenever you wish to enter, you need but say so to the guard. Good to know. Lest you wonder, we have taken the clergyman to St. Reynolds to rest and recover. If truth be told, the thought that they may still succumb to despair in turn remains at the forefront of my mind. Yet the risk would be greater still were we to keep them at arm's length and deny them the comfort of the church. Indeed, from the words he spoke, that inquisitor yearned for the days of old. He and others like him can scarcely be blamed. Since the truth of the nation's founding and the Archbishop's machinations were made public knowledge, the Church has been in turmoil. Though we have made great strides in separating religion and state, there has been far less progress in the formation of the Church. For our faith has been everything to us, our purpose and our comfort. 'Tis not an easy thing to reconcile one's beliefs with the betrayal of our spiritual leaders. Thus torn between their hearts and minds, many Ishgardians feel lost, and none more so than members of the clergy, whose faith was once unshakable. Little wonder, then, that the most dedicated and die out are like to turn. So it seems, but further investigation is needed ere we draw a definite conclusion. With the war's end, Ishgard has set out on a new path. The choices we make now shall determine our course for the future. Come what may, we dare not squander the chance we have fought so hard to attain. Once the returned clergyman has sufficiently calmed down, I shall have the deacon speak with them, that we might gain insight into their individual plights. Good. Meanwhile, I shall take the opportunity to brief my men on the recent developments. Pray take a moment to rest, my friend. You have earned it. When you are ready to continue our work, you may seek us out here. Okay, what level I gotta be? 86? Okay, so it's every level. I'm like a third of the way there. Pictomancer role quests. Here we go. Why not? Oh, the maddened glint in your eyes, the abysmal posture of one who has produced too many works in far too little time. I can tell you've been training hard, Kupo. Your aura, too, has begrudged since last we spoke, lending you the mysterious mien of an artist undergoing a wild and wonderful evolution. You think I'm making this up, do you? That I'm stringing together vaguely relevant, affirming words? O ye of little faith. Thank the matron. Exactly, Kupo. We should thank the matron for all the best to Nofika and her bounties, but why are we thanking her? I thank the matron that we may speak before you depart, of course. I have someone here who wishes to express his gratitude. Our Ishgardian friend made a full recovery, and it is thanks to the horn you brought. Your selfless actions have saved my life. I know not how I can ever repay you. No need for that, Kupo. To see you hale and whole is repayment enough. I am given to understand that you are searching for someone, a traveling painter. Indeed, I am. Her name is Biru, and she's my very best friend. Moved by your endeavor, I took the liberty of making inquiries among my comrades. Alas, none recall having seen such an individual. As patrolling the border is none of our chief duties, we would have noted if your friend passed through. My apologies, we could not be of aid. I see. Still, to have confirmation that Brewer wasn't here is helpful. Thank you, Kupo. 'Twas the least I could do for my saviors. Now we must attend to our next meeting. But I wish you well on the journey ahead. Where could Brewer be? We may not have found any clues here, but with some luck we'll find her at our next destination, Kugane. Getting there, however, will prove a challenge, unless you've visited the Far East before, yo. Wonderful. That makes our lives much easier, Kupo. Now listen closely. I have here a lovingly crafted and blessedly breathable Hampton sack. I want you to stuff me inside it and teleport me to Kagane with you. You needn't gawp. It's a well-considered request. While I may not be replete with teleportation anima like you, I can tag along as one of your belongings, so stuff me in the sack. I can take it, Kupo. You are now carrying a Kupo-sized sack. It would be prudent to handle your burden with the utmost care until such a time as you reach Kugane. The Kupo-sized sack is wiggling vigorously. Ah, what a peaceful nap that was, Kupo. And I see we've arrived safely in Kugane. The city is as impossibly picturesque as ever. Why, when I first arrived here with the Bureau and Janquinatlet, I thought we were in a walking dream, Kupo. We were all fascinated by Far Eastern art, especially the bright, bold presentation of ukiyo-e prints. It was a treat to view so many pieces up close. What of you, yo? What do you recall most vividly about your first visit here? How excited I was to travel distant lands. So were we, Kupo. Everything felt fresh and fascinating. Bureau was so taken with the scenery. She climbed to the highest rooftops she could to behold the city in all its splendor. Immersing ourselves in different cultures stirs the heart and broadens the mind like few other things can. Right then, I'd like to begin searching for a bureau, and I think the tea houses would be a good place to start. The proprietors ought to be able to strike down this hapless fool. Precisely, Kupo. The proprietors ought to be able to strike down this hapless. Wait, who's getting struck down? Hold on a moment. It's a soul in need of aid. What troubles you, good sir? Ah, turbulent tides take me. I am an art dealer from Ulda, you see, and I came to Kugane to sell a masterpiece I acquired in Eorzea. But nary a day before we arrived, we were engulfed by a terrible storm. We rocked and rolled, barely able to keep the ship from capsizing, and in the chaos, the crate containing my precious piece was cast into the rolling waves. That's terrible, Kupo. Is there any chance that it can be found? Assuming it wasn't dragged into the fathomless depths, the sailors tell me the crate has likely drifted into the Ruby Sea. Confederate waters, no one is willing to go and search for me. I believe it's your time to shine again, yo. You can help this poor fellow, yes? Well acquainted with the pirates, you say? If you could speak with them about my crate, I would be grateful beyond words. The Confederate pirates on Shinsuki keep a close watch of the nearby waters. If anyone has seen the crate in question, it would be them. While you scour the Ruby Sea, I'm gonna fly about town and see if any passerby have spotted beer or river. Good luck to us both, Kupo. Ah, what good fortune to meet such a well-connected adventurer so far from home. I shall pay for the traders for good tidings. Wait. Aren't you, never mind. Oh, if it isn't our friend Yo, what brings you back to these parts? Business with Rasho and Sansui, perhaps? A crate containing a piece of art. As a matter of fact, we finished something like that out of the fished something like that out of the water not long ago. But as you well know, the Ruby Seas are territory, and anything that tides deliver to us is ours by right. We cannot just hand it over. But we owe so much to Yo. I haven't forgotten. That being the case, why don't we make it interesting and have a friendly contest for the crate? Challenge accepted. That's the spirit. We'll make it simple. Hunting ogre crabs. Both sides will get the same amount of bait. The person who can catch more crabs is the winner. Alright then, once you've used up your bait, bring the shells to me as proof. I'll be waiting. Perfect. Let the contest begin. Always in a rush, that one. You need only lay your bait by the shore and dispatch any ogre crabs that take it. When you've no bait left, come back and show me the shells you collected from your kills. Still fumbling around with that bait? Well, you best hurry. I've already handed in my shells. Oh, you brought the shells. I'll take them off your hands then. And the winner is? Yo, and it's not even close. Congratulations. Gaha. Good show, yo. I was expecting nothing less from you. I'm a man of my words, so the crate's yours. Though it was just a friendly game, it was a privilege to go up against you. I'll be sure to tell everyone about it. Yes, thank you for humoring us. I hope the crate is what the merchant is after. Only crab shells are light and durable, ideal for crafting armor. That's to say, they're good for a bit of coin. Again, I appreciate you indulging my competitive spirit. I'll be bragging about it to all my friends for days to come. Welcome back, Kupo. How fared the search? Ah, you are returned. Were you able to find my crate? Oh, traders be praised. This is the very crate I lost, and it's still intact. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. Words fail to express my gratitude. It's impressive indeed that you could track down the crate. Excellent work, yo. Remind me, what was in the crate again? A painting? After having been adrift for so long, I hope it hasn't been ruined. Judging by its condition, I want to believe that all is well, but let us see. Thank the traders, it's unharmed, and there I thought I had packaged it exclusively. Pluck my palm, that's one of Jen Quillette's pieces, Kupo. Oh, you have a keen eye indeed. This is the work of the traveling artist Jen Quillette painted in the winter of his years. I purchased it a few moons ago from a young lady who was his apprentice. Bureau, Kupo. I've been searching all over for her. Do you know where she is? Oh, she was a friend of yours, I take it. Please, tell me everything you know. Where you met, where she might be now. Everything. I don't know how to say this, but from what I have heard, your friend has passed on. She had come to Ul'dah to sell a small trove of Janquilito's paintings. His works are extremely rare, so it caused quite a stir among art dealers. Expensive though the pieces were, it didn't take long for her to sell them all, and once she disappeared. Her belongings were apparently strewn about her inn room, yet there was hardly a sign of foul play. None have seen her since, and 'tis rumored she found a quiet place to end her life. No, I know Janquilita's death left a void in her heart, but Bureau wouldn't have. She couldn't have. Just a rumor, we don't know anything for certain. But, forgive me, it was not my intent to cause you distress with this grim tidings. 'Twas but because of them, in fact, that this piece failed to sell in Eorzea. Thus did I bring it all the way to the Far East, hoping to find a buyer here instead. Oh, now it isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. With that, I must take my leave of you and go to meet with a prospective client. I'm sorry, yo. You did well. You did. But if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a while, Kupo. Nice. Level 88. Okay, that's only 3 levels away. But that's 3 role quests too. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Appreciate you. Peace.